What's going on, guys? It's Robert with Optimal Lawn Maintenance here in southeast Wisconsin. It's been quite the slow winter here, so not a whole lot of videos, but had a little storm last week. Dropped maybe like an inch and a quarter, and I decided to go out anyways and just shovel off my seasonal driveways because I've got 90% of my accounts are prepaid seasonally, and I thought I'd just get out, do something, make a little noise on the driveways so that people know I'm still out here doing snow for them. Kind of feel bad when you plan for 12 or 15 snowfalls and here we are at the end of January sitting at about 3 events. Lots of potential salt runs, but not enough to actually plow the snow and remove it, so got out. But because of that, the truck is super dirty. All the townships and villages and whatnot just salted everything, so the truck is a disaster. So I'm gonna unload some of this salt that I use for my driveways in the most inefficient way, by hand, but we got to get the truck washed. So just a little, I guess, vlog kind of video today of slow winter and what I'm doing during it, which is just staying busy by taking care of some paperwork. It's tax time, getting that stuff done. I got my renewals that I'll be sending out for lawn care, starting that up here in about, I don't know, hopefully 2 months. We'll be out at least getting cleanup started, getting some mulch started. But I like to get those renewals going out at least by the beginning of February so I can have them back by the end of the month and know where I stand for if I can take on or what I'm going to be taking on for new accounts. So let's get the salt unloaded and we'll go cruise around, get the truck washed, get it cleaned up. Yeah, like I said, guys, it's been super slow this winter for us in southeast Wisconsin. Normally we average 45 inches where I'm at every season, and I think we're down like a foot below average to date. It's the end of January right now. We've got, we've still got February and March and then early April for snow potential, and it looks like we might get some storm activity here in early February, but as you can see, there's not even snow cover on the ground right now because of how little snow we've gotten, and it's pushing 40 degrees today, and we're looking at maybe high 40s by the end of the week, which is pretty crazy. I'm not complaining about it because I'm not out having to do a bunch of snow stuff, but I know the guys that rely on per push for all their stuff, that could really be an issue for them as far as revenue goes, and even just covering overhead and payroll. So I don't know, what do you guys do in the winter? Do you do mostly seasonal prepays? You guys do monthly, or is it all per push? Leave me a comment below, let me know how it's been affecting you guys. Luckily for me, on the residential side, about 90% of my residentials are prepaid in November for the whole season, and I give people coverage December 1st to March 31st with optional per event pricing, per visit pricing on the front and back side of that, as long as my availability allows. So I'm not hurting as far as revenue goes, but I know that a lot of these per push guys, we got a couple of big companies around where I'm at that rely super heavily on per push on their commercial sites. Thankfully for them, it's there's been a bunch of you know, small events, half-inch, trace, you know, less than an inch, where they can get out and salt. So there's been a ton of salt runs for those guys, which is good. But as far as pushing snow, it's just not happening. So something that I like to do, that I have the benefit of since I'm solo and I don't, you know, have payroll to worry about, and I have a lot more flexibility than some of the bigger companies, is when we get the lighter seasons like this, when we get storms that are, you know, an inch, 3/4 of an inch, inch and a quarter, with having an 1.5-inch trigger for my residential stuff, is I'll just go out and take care of the driveways for my clients anyways, even if it's a little bit under. I've got a handful that are per visit, and I always shoot them an email, let them know, hey, I'm going to be out taking care of snow for the prepaid seasonal accounts. If you'd like yours taken care of, you know, I can come out and do that, and it drives up a little bit of revenue on that side of things for me. But I give people the option. I know that a lot of guys get kind of tied up on sticking hard and steadfast to your trigger amount, which I understand and have run into. If you come out at an inch when your contract says 1.5 inches, you can run into issues where that sets an expectation. But I always let people know that I'll be out taking care of their snow, even though it's just under the trigger amount, because it's a lighter season, and I want them to see the value in having a seasonal prepaid for the upcoming season. It's always challenging come renewal time when you're charging seasonal prepays. For me, for example, my base driveway is $750 for the 4-month season, and that's for a small, you know, single car driveway and basic sidewalk as starting price. Mine average with the 30 driveways that I have, with 25 of them, 26 of them being seasonal prepays, I think my average is $825 for the season. So I like to get out and take care of some of the smaller snowfalls on the slower seasons, just so people still see the value in paying the seasonal pricing. I know as some areas start to get less and less snow or fewer events every year, it starts to become more of a challenge to get those seasonal prepaids to go ahead and take those. So I get out, make some noise on the driveway, clear the snow for them so they don't have to go out and take care of it, especially if it's going to be like super cold out. The last storm, for example, it was, you know, 10-15 degrees out when I was out there. So it was a super light dusting, or a super light snowfall, basically just dust and powder, about 1 inch everywhere, and I just went out and shoveled everything. It took me maybe 4 or 5 minutes per house that I did, and people were happy about it, and that's all you can ask for. It's, you know, customer service first and making sure the client's happy. And I've got no problem going out to do it. Like I said, if it's a slow winter, I've got nothing going on outside of just maintaining the back end of things and getting ready for the upcoming season, or, you know, taking care of equipment in the off season. So it's nice to get out and take care of the snow, even though it's not a lot. But I'm hoping for some bigger storms here yet, and we'll see what comes. We still got February and March and early April for snowfall potential, so the whole season's not a loss. But just thought I'd share my 2 cents on what I do when it's a little slower. But we're just about to the car wash, so let's get this truck cleaned up, get the underbody flushed out, and then go get a good manual wash done on the truck and get all this salt off. as you can see, the truck is clean. A little bit of a fail there on the car wash. The underbody rinse wasn't working. It was taped off, so I'm assuming there's something wrong with the wash itself, but that's all right. Got underneath and sprayed it. That's all right. Got the truck all cleaned up, and I just wanted to get a video out there for you guys. I've had a ton of new subscribers here in the last 2 or 3 weeks with a couple of the videos that I put up. I think gone from like 100 and some subscribers to 330, 340 almost now. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys that have subscribed. Like I said, it's been a little bit of a slow winter, so not a lot of snow removal content right now, but as soon as we get some, I'll be out there making a video. So I just want to say thank you. If you guys liked the video, if you guys want to see some more, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave me a comment. You know, I'm curious about what some of you guys do in the winter when it's slow, if most people are moving towards the seasonal prepaids, or if you guys are relying on per push removals. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think and how your winter is going and where you're at. Till next time, we'll see ya.